Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little different. I have a slight headache and I'm laying down. And I do have a mic, but I'm having issues like getting it to connect to my phone. So please bear with me on this video. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I will be, of course, going over it and everything. But anyways, I want to do this recap, this discussion, this review on Dancing with the Devil. Now, it surprised me because at first I'm like, oh man, it's going to be a typical hood movie, but the twist was great. So we start off with this young lady. She has a girlfriend, right? And the young lady, she is the daughter of a minister. And you know how the PK kids can be. They can be kind of out there, I think, because they're under the shadow of church, like being having a lot of pressure on them to be perfect because they're preachers' kids. So she's off with her girlfriend. They rob people for a living. That's her lifestyle. And her little brother decides to join because he's like, I don't want to be here, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so you rather be out in the streets robbing people? And listen, anytime you work for yourself, and yes, I guess you would consider robbing people a job, but anytime you work for yourself, it's not a guarantee that you're going to get a lot of money every time, okay? So you could and people don't even carry cash like that nowadays. So you can rob somebody and not get crap. And it's like you're risking your life. Now, here's the thing with me. You have a problem with your daddy, okay, that's you. But I did not like how homegirl let her girlfriend talk to her daddy like that. Like this girl was threatening him. Shut up, old man, and I'm about to pop his ass. And it's like, girl, this is your father. I mean, damn, was he putting his hands on you or something? Was he coming into your bedroom and not touching you? Like, why? I'm sorry, you're not going to talk to my parents crazy. I don't care if me and my mom, me and my dad, stepdad having an issue. There's no way in the world I will let my significant other talking about they going to pop them in front of me unless you just don't give a damn. Like, I guess you just didn't care. So we start to see the ball rolling in this when the stud girlfriend, was having a conversation and with this guy, and he was like, man, you need to rob old people. Think about it. They don't have stuff like Cash App. They still have actual cash on them. They're not too savvy with computers and things like that. They're easy to scam. And it's sad because elderly people are the target of scams in real life. Like, we've seen this stuff on Dr. Phil. I've seen on YouTube, different news channels on YouTube showing, people putting their life savings, sending it to some scammer. So unfortunately that is true. But so she gets gets this idea in her head that she's gonna rob this old man who's kind of well known in the neighborhood a little bit. Now the movie comes on with him speaking to people, hey, so and so in the neighborhood. And they're like, hey, Mr. So and so, and he seems like this very Mr. Rogers type of dude, right? The elderly man that'll give his shirt off his back for you, right? That's what we're thinking and everything. So they bust up in there now at his house. Now he had his daughter in there and his daughter's boyfriend. The stud runs up in there, shoots the boyfriend, shoots him dead. And while her and the girlfriend are upstairs rummaging around, the girl's little brother, because dumb behind wants to be in the streets robbing people, stupid idiot. But anyway, he has a gun on an elderly man, and the elderly man's like, talking to him. I know you go to church, don't you? And he starts saying a prayer, and the boy finishes the prayer, and he's like, yeah, I know you don't want to do this, blah blah blah. He says, give me the gun. He takes the gun from him. The little boy, well, I call him a little boy, I think he's like 16, 17. He's like, you gonna let us go? That old man had that gun. He said, nope. Pow. Make a long story short, we find out he was a hitman back in the day, and he just got out of prison, and he done killed, I think he said, over 30 people. And so basically, y'all ran up on the wrong old man. Okay? He's a killer. He's a contract hitman, or at least he was. And so the stud finds out that her parents were killed from a job from him. And he was like, yeah, I saw your little ass sitting in the back. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna say this. Listen, the whole time I was watching that scene when they find out who he was, I did not feel bad at all for any of them, because when you run up in someone's house, they have every right to blow you away. I'm a firm believer in that. So enter at your own risk. And I didn't like that stud, no way. She was disrespectful as hell for no reason. Like, girl, why are you running with her? Why that's who you chose to be your girlfriend? Like, she's disrespectful to your pops. She said a little smart stuff to your little brother. Why are you anyway? So they all ended up getting popped. And then we find out when the police come and the elderly man sitting outside, the girl's father used to run with him back in the day. See, they both turned their life back around. But see, the question is, since they did run up in his house, guns a-blazing, at this point, is he the villain or a victim? Like, take away his past. Let's say he just was a regular guy, 9 to 5, pension, retired. Would you still look at him the same way? Me, like I said, when I was watching it, the fact that he used to be a killer wasn't the point. Y'all ran up in his house and all y'all got murked. So him being a killer just adds like some salt to the wound, because it's like, yeah, y'all thought y'all was running on this defenseless old man. You're running on a professional murderer. Okay? So, of course, at the end, we have that nice ending scene where the father grabs the gun from the cop and ends up popping the old man because, he killed his kids, his son, daughter, his daughter's girlfriend. Like I said, the movie's about an hour and 15 minutes. I like it. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes with independent films, it could be hit or miss because of, production or whatever. But that stud, I definitely love to hate her. She looks familiar. I'm pretty sure I've seen her in something else, but I can't remember what movie. But yeah, her character in this is like, girl, because she did play a good bad guy, but she was just annoying as hell. But I guess that was the whole point. But yeah, Dancing with the Devil. Oh, and they called it that because that was his name in the streets, the devil. I guess if you're killing people for a living, that would definitely put you close to the devil, right? Shout out to my subbies, man. Shout out to the rest of you as well who are not subscribed. But you can by hitting that button for me. Peace and blessings to every last one of you watching. Everyone who is affected by the snowstorm, please stay safe. If you do not have to be out on the roads, do not get out on those roads. All right. Until next time, y'all.